Kelsey was a pioneer of old California. He was born in 1813 in the state of Kentucky. Kelsey arrived in Nueva California along with his wife Nancy in 1841 as members of the partisan Bidwell Party led by one of the founding fathers of California, John Bidwell. His wife Nancy Kelsey was the first white woman to travel overland out west from Missouri through the Sierra Nevadas and into California. Kelsey, for the next few years, helped bring in white settlers from Oregon into the Golden Valley of Sacramento along the Siskiyou Trail to Sutter's Fort, which became a stomping ground for those wanting to live in native land. The fortress of the surrounding territory was owned by a Swiss immigrant named Johann Sutter and called his domain New Helvetia, which became a popular destination for Eastern settlers wanting to live in California. He enslaved the locals and forced them to build his fortress. In the early summer of 1846, Benjamin Kelsey, along with his brothers Andrew and Samuel, participated in the Bear Flag Revolt, which liberated California from the Mexican Empire. The brothers served in the California Battalion led by John C. Fremont in 1846, before being discharged several months later. A year later, gold was discovered near Sutter's Mill, which caused the California Gold Rush of 1848. This began the sordid and brutal affair the Kelseys had with the local Pomo tribe. Benjamin took 50 Pomos from his brother Andrew's ranch near Clear Lake and forced him to work in the newly created gold mines in the high Sierras known as Kelsey's Diggings in El Dorado. The mining didn't go very well, and Benjamin found out that he made more money selling mining equipment to the new arrivals, so he became a merchant. After falling ill with malaria following an outbreak at his mining camp, he headed to Sonoma, abandoning his crew. The outbreak killed most of his Pomo workers, and when their relatives found out, along with the abuse of other tribe members at the hands of his younger brother Andrew and co-slave owner Charles Stone, the Pomos of Clear Lake revolted and killed the duo. The deaths of the two men, however, led to the Clear Lake Massacre on May 15, 1850, when a dragoon regiment led by Lieutenant Nathaniel Lyon rode into Clear Lake, causing the death of several hundred Pomos. Following the death of his younger brother Andrew and Charles Stone, Benjamin formed a vigilante group and went on a murderous rampage, killing many native locals. He became the first case to be tried in front of the California Supreme Court, but it was eventually dismissed. For the next 10 years, Benjamin and his other brother Samuel got involved in many other businesses and land dealings, which led to the two being broke, causing him to flee his creditors and leave the state. He and his family moved to Oregon and later to Mexico and to Texas before moving back to California in 1865 after his family was attacked by the Comanche. A few months after his arrival in California, Benjamin and his son were accused of being members of the Henry Mason Gang, a group of Confederate partisans who later turned into highwaymen when the Confederate States of America collapsed. Benjamin, who earned the nickname Old Man Kelsey, and his son Bill were identified as members of the group. And around this time, Benjamin's brother Samuel was a member of a group of Confederate sympathizers who tried to get the county of San Bernardino to secede from the Union. Benjamin Kelsey and his family quietly moved out of their area and headed to Inyo County, where he worked as a prospector in the Cerro Gordo mines until his 60s, when the Lone Pine earthquake of 1872 forced him to retire at the age of 69. According to his wife Nancy, that quake was the only thing that truly ever frightened him. Benjamin Kelsey and his family moved back to Los Angeles, and he remained there until his death on February 19, 1889, at the age of 76.